Okay, let's get into this. For today's deep dive, we're doing something a little different.
Right.
We're looking at just one source. But it's incredibly rich. It's a narrative, a first-person account from a safari guide in Jim Corbett National Park.
And that's what's so cool about it. The subject is, tracking a tiger. But the philosophy underneath it all, that's the real prize here.
Exactly. Our mission today is to pull out that core idea. How do you find the one signal that matters in a sea of noise?
Right. It's a lesson in observation, really.
Yeah.
But the stakes are just, a little higher than in the boardroom.
A little bit, yeah. And the scene, it just pulls you right in. The source says it's 5 a.m., it's freezing cold, and the whole place is covered in what the guide calls a corbett.
A blanket of mist. I love that phrase.
Me too. It immediately tells you that you can't just rely on your eyes.
Not at all. It sets this atmosphere. It's quiet, it's mysterious, and you feel that thrill, that potential. It's not just a drive, it's a lesson in listening.
So the gates open, and the only light is from the Jeep's headlights, just cutting through this thick, heavy fog.
And that's when the guide, Karamjeet, he starts his first lesson. He's trying to get his guests to decode what they're hearing.
Right, because there are layers to the sound.
Totally. First you have the background music, right? The source calls it the melodic calls of birds waking up. That's just the ambient noise.
With general chatter, like the
Yeah.
tuk-tuk of the barbet bird that he points out.
Exactly. That's a distinct sound, but it's not. It's not actionable intelligence. It tells you the forest is healthy, it's morning. It's context.
So what's the sound that does matter?
It's the high alert calls, specifically the warning calls of the langur monkeys.
And why them? What makes them so special?
Well, they're up in the canopy, so they see everything. They have this amazing vantage point, and they just do not tolerate predators. So if a langur starts calling,
That's noise.
it is reliable, real-time intelligence. It means a tiger or a leopard is close. It's an aerial sentry, and it's almost never a false alarm. The guide's not just listening to the forest, he's listening for a change in the sound of the forest.
And he says that to his guests, right? Listen carefully. The jungle is speaking.
And that's the first big takeaway for you as a learner. You have to figure out what's just background chatter, the barbet, and what's the real signal, the langur call.
That one data point from the edge that, changes the entire picture.
Exactly, that one outlier that deserves your full attention right now.
So they move deeper into the park, and this is where that test of patience really begins.
That first hour.
Yeah, because they start seeing things, but it's the baseline. It's normal forest life.
Right, you get the non-critical data.
Yeah.
They spot a herd of cheetal, they spot a deer, and they're just grazing. But even there, the guide's noticing details.
Like some of their ears are standing straight up.
Yeah, they're relaxed, but they're not complacent. Never complacent.
Then they see a sambar deer, and the source describes it as this powerful, imposing animal, heavy body, huge antlers.
And that's important. The sambar, the nilgai, the wild boar, seeing them establishes what normal looks like. This is a healthy, unthreatened ecosystem at peace.
The guests are taking pictures or excited, but you can feel the clock is ticking.
It is. The source makes a point of saying about an hour has gone by. And the main objective, the tiger, is nowhere to be seen. Karamjeet can see it in their eyes.
The frustration.
A little bit of disappointment, yeah. And that's so relatable. You spend an hour digging through research, and if you haven't found your tiger, that key insight, you start to think you've wasted your time.
You want to give up.
You do. But this is where the guide gives them what I think is the most important piece of advice in the whole account.
What does he say?
He says, patience is the biggest weapon in the jungle. Savor, he calls it.
But it's not just sitting around and waiting, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's active persistence. It's about enduring that necessary tedium of watching the baseline so that when the anomaly finally shows up,
You spot it instantly.
you spot it instantly.
Okay, but how does he keep that patience from just becoming aimless wandering? I mean, how do you avoid wasting that hour?
That's the key. He's not relying on luck. He's using logic. After that hour of just watching, he makes a strategic move. He drives them over to a small stream, a little spring,
A water source?
because that's a high probability area. They get some drink, they often hunt near water. He's playing the odds. His patience was about waiting for the right moment to make a calculated move.
And that move pays off. This is where things really shift.
This is where we go from listening for general clues to finding hard physical evidence. He stops the jeep, gets out, and he finds them.
The pug mark.
Fresh ones. Taza pug marks. And that word fresh is everything.
How does he know they're fresh? I mean, couldn't they be from hours ago?
Well, that's the expertise, right? That's what you're paying the guide for.
Yeah.
He's looking at the sharpness of the edges. Maybe there's no morning dew inside the print yet. The moisture in the soil. He knows in a split second.
And the source says his heart starts beating faster. He immediately signals for total silence.
Yes, because that little piece of evidence changes everything. The abstract idea a tiger might be here becomes a concrete fact. The tiger was here just moments ago.
It validates that entire hour of waiting.
It does. And then look at how the environment reacts.
The whole jungle goes quiet.
Yes. That silence. That is maybe the most powerful signal of all. It's not just that things got quiet. It's that the baseline sounds you were hearing before, the birds, the monkeys, they've stopped.
The whole ecosystem is holding its breath.
It knows the predator is close. And for you, as someone absorbing information, you have to learn to recognize that. The absence of an expected signal can be the most important signal you get.
But the tension is still there. They have the proof, but the tiger is gone. It's already moved on.
And the clock is now their enemy. The source says they only have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes before they have to be back.
Oh man, that's brutal to get that close.
The near miss. It's almost worse than not finding any sign at all.
And this is the point psychologically where you just check out. You'd think, well, we tried. It's a dead end.
And that is exactly when the climax arrives. Just when all hope seems lost. Suddenly there's a sharp, repeating call.
The deer call. The decisive indicator.
Unambiguous. It's not a guess. It's not a maybe. It is a clear, focused, strong signal. The pug marks were the clue. But this is the confirmation.
And the guide's reaction is instant.
No hesitation. Everyone be absolutely quiet. The tiger is nearby. All the previous data points now converge on this one moment.
They stop the jeep. Everyone is just staring in the direction of the call. And then movement in the bushes.
The payoff. The source describes it so well. The tiger just emerges walking with this total confidence. You see the stripes, the power in its gait. It's the absolute ruler of this place.
And it says time just stopped for them.
I bet it did. It's the convergence of everything. The quiet fog, the patient observation, the pug marks, all leading to and triggered by